Before we go into this, I'm going to have to say I've watched The Witcher and I recommend the actual fuck out of it.
Absolutely. It was so good. So fucking good.
I know you haven't seen it, Scott, so we'll deviate from spoilers. I'll warn you now, it's non-linear.
The first episode is way in the future.
Yeah, like the first episode, this horrendous, without spoiling again, this battle happens. People die, and in the next episode, they're alive again. I'm like, what game are you playing?
Yeah, you have to be fairly conscious to watch it because of that.
We're back so soon.
I'm so impressed.
Yeah, we only released our latest podcast about almost a week ago, roughly, give or take.
Is this a banked one?
It's finally happened.
Shout out.
Hello there, welcome to episode 17 of the Banter Podcast. I am joined as always by Scott.
Hello, and I'm here drinking Black Sheep. We're also joined by Claire.
I am drinking mead and Coke Zero. Not as good as Pepsi Max mixed with mead.
And you're drinking it out of a glass, not the bottle, the plastic bottle you decanted into it last time.
I feel like I am, expecting better of myself of 2020 and have chosen a receptacle for my beverage this time.
And for the first time ever, we are joined by an unknown voice. Would you please like to introduce yourself, unknown voice?
Hello there, I am Unknown Voice, or Lorna, to all your listeners out there. I am actually your first guest, aren't I?
First ever.
Welcome. And you never forget you first.
Welcome to the podcast.
I would like to think.
I love the fact you've never listened to any of ours previously.
Not yet.
It's brilliant, it's brilliant.
So you don't have no idea what is happening
I'm expecting clean, fun, family friendly.
Yeah,
like
PG.
Yes.
This particular episode isn't our MO. I invited everyone to do this without bringing any notes or research of anything that they've been watching or any news in the entertainment business or any medium of any sorts. Oh yeah, there's going to be no dickhead of the week. There's going to be no questions. We've never even been asked a question on this podcast ever, despite us posting every time we do one of these. We're going to record a podcast. If anyone's got any questions, nah, never happens.
Do you remember at the beginning when I used to keep a stash of all the Mackey's toys that I was going to review, and I was like, if anyone wants them, let us know.
Nobody
ever said shit, so I got rid of them, sadly.
Who was Dickhead of the Week last week? Or last podcast?
Full Moon fucking bullshit Amazon Prime bollocks. I really need to cancel that subscription.
You need to before you start paying for it.
I'm still fucking another bastard month. This is how they get you, thieving cunts.
Gee, they'll be like Dickhead of the Month soon.
They'll be Dickhead of the Year.
They used to try to get you in a contract to keep you locked in, and they realised when they don't give you a contract, they lock you in.
Mm-hmm.
It's really hard to cancel it. I tried once on my phone while I was on break at work, and it got hard, and I gave up.
They make it really hard for you to cancel shit.
Really hard.
I had to cancel my Now TV subscription when Game of Thrones was on, obviously, like everyone else does. And it took a while. I had to Google it.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Like, I had to give you marriage certificate.
It was like a labyrinth it was a labyrinth of pixelated chaos. Anyway, thank you all for being here. Yes, I hope you all had a very good Christmas and had a happy New Year. I did. I loved it. I was fucked the whole time.
Bright.
Good. Right, the reason why I invited you to this.
I'm so excited about this. The first time you told
Lorna
us
knows what's about to happen.
Yeah.
I can't remember, and we were all told at the same time in Amsterdam. You said it to us all.
I told you exactly what I had planned. That's where I came up with the idea.
You do. You don't remember, do you, Scott?
No. I remember everything but. I remember where we were, I remember the talk, I remember Lorna being all excited and trying to jump in and everything. I remember all of it, just not what it is.
Don't worry, Scott, I'm going to tell you all within the next few seconds. I know. Right, as I said a minute ago, we're fucking off our traditional format. I've always wanted to do something like this. It's going to be a bit of fun. What I have devised is a quiz. Asking you questions about what happened in 2019. Don't worry, it's multiple choice.
Thank fuck.
That's why I remember enjoying it, because it's multiple
choice.
Yes,
yes, I remember the elation of multiple choice.
And I think I remember you saying the exact same thing. Thank fuck, when multiple choice came up actually as well.
I remember now, you've told us.
Hey.
Yes.
Cool. Right, now, knowing full well that Claire would not do this just for the honour of competing, I have brought a trophy.
I'm quite happy about that. Tell me what it is. I get fiercely
I'm going to show you what it is. You will be answering questions for a piece of shit.
I love the fact she's golden.
Would you like to touch it? Would
yes,
you like
please.
to feel it? There's quite some weight to it.
Is it chocolate or something?
No, it's an actual trophy.
You can't even eat it.
No, you can't even eat it. You can't even eat that piece of shit.
saw this on my Amazon order.
Oh, you did! Oh, I tried to archive the order.
And it brought it
I
to
did
my
archive the order,
attention
yeah.
because it told me that it had archived it. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Damn it.
I thought it was some bollocks that Scott was buying.
That makes sense.
Didn't question it too much.
Yeah, I was just like, alright, that.
Bloody hell, it does have
It
some
is,
weight.
it is weighty. It's quality
It
It
shit.
doesn't
Better
smell of
this
shit, thank
podcast.
God.
Right then, you've got 20 questions. There is a tiebreaker question in
Can we
the...
stick
20
googly
for
eyes on it?
2020.
Sorry?
Can we stick googly eyes on it?
Do whatever you want if you win it.
Ooh, fighting talk.
Right then, I think we should just dive right in.
Yes,
Yes,
please.
yes.
Question 1.
Question 1.
Hang on, let me take a sip.
Oh yes, the opening ceremony. Thank you for reminding me. Opening ceremony, guys.
Cheers,
Welcome.
guys.
This
Thank
is
you very
a
much.
first ever answering questions for a piece of shit. That's the vibe. So basically, I'm going to ask you the question. I'm going to give you the options. You're going to give me your answers, and then I'm going to tell you what the answer is, and then we're going to move on to the next question. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I even remembered to bring a pen and pad. That's how much I
You
remember.
were not even asked to bring a pen and pad.
Oh.
Let's go. Question 1. On average, how many visits per day did Pornhub receive? Is it A, 300 million, B, 75 million, C, 115 million, or D, 250 million? Claire, I want your answer first.
The biggest one, 300 million.
300 million. Claire goes
Please.
for 300 million. Okay.
D was 250.
Yes.
Gotta be D, innit?
And for you, Scott?
C, please.
Scott goes for 115 million.
Oh.
Okay. Well done, Scott. You earned yourself
Ah,
a point.
well
115 million visits per day on average for Pornhub in the year 2009.
People are not
I
wanking
felt
enough.
like I did more that day.
Fun fact, 42 billion grand total in 2019.
Oh, when you
Oh,
put it like
wow.
that. When you put it like that, then.
That's a
That's
lot.
Right, question 2. What piece of interactive entertainment won Game of the Year? Was it A, Death Stranding, B, Resident Evil 2, C, The Outer Worlds, or D, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice? And I will go for... You want to go first? Claire?
I think it was Resident Evil 2. I remember that winning something and I'm being surprised.
We watched it all together.
Yeah.
Yes, and
That's the annoying thing.
I
Yeah.
wasn't massively
I think I
with
remember.
it, to be
None of
honest.
us were.
Yeah.
I was barely conscious. I had to watch it again the day after. Okay, Lorna?
Yes, I'm not gonna copy Claire, but I am gonna copy Claire.
So you're going for
Resident
Resident
Evil
Evil 2 as well?
I think
Cool.
it's that. Yeah. I
And
remember
Scott?
seeing red.
The Outer Worlds, please.
The Outer Worlds. For
It
Scott.
says confidently.
confidently too.
Oh, I should ask Scott.
You shouldn't have said it confidently because you're all wrong.
Is it Death Stranding?
It was Sekiro Shadows Die Twice.
The one that none of us gave a shit
Not
about.
at all. I was going Death Stranding next.
Yeah, me too. Only because I've heard of it.
Sekiro is my second choice.
Ready for question 3?
I am.
Good.
How many questions?
How many? How many
20.
questions?
20.
Come on,
and
you've
a
been over
potential
this.
tiebreaker, which I doubt will happen.
Ooh.
But I might ask it anyway just for the
Good.
sheer fucking devilment.
Never done.
Oh,
Question 3. Who won Best Actor in a Motion Picture at the Golden Globes? Was it A, Willem Dafoe for At Eternity's Gate, B, Bradley Cooper for A Star Is Born, C, Rami Malek for Bohemian Rhapsody, or D, John David Washington for Black Klansman?
D.
Claire's going for D,
I'm going D.
Lorna's going for D, and Scott
please.
Scott is going for A.
Even though
Some
I
go
do,
for the
even though I
D,
think
some
I'm
go for
wrong,
the
I do
A.
think I'm wrong, and I think it's another.
never
But
the B.
I'm going for the.
Is
that
that, if
Scott,
it's-
you are correct.
Oh, I was gonna say
Because
Star Is
you
Born.
were wrong!
What a twist!
And so were you guys. It was actually Rami Malek for Bohemian Rhapsody.
Thank
He
God.
swept most
That's
of
what I
it.
thought. I
Yeah.
did have. That was my first thought.
Question 4. Who won the Saturn Award for Best Horror Movie? Was it A, Hereditary, B, A Quiet Place, C, Overlord, or D, Us?
The second one.
A Quiet Place.
Us,
Us.
please.
And for you, Scott.
Fuck, I was thinking between those two.
That's,
Nah,
good. That's
no.
a good sign.
Yeah, one of us might be right.
I think it's a quiet place.
One of them was right.
Because I remember you mentioned about it once.
Lorna, if it's any consolation whatsoever, Us was more deserving than A Quiet Place, which did win.
Deservedly, I'd imagine.
Hereditary was shit. Either way, well done Claire and Scott for a point.
Whee!
Question number 5. Who won leading actress at the BAFTAs? Was it A, Olivia Colman, The Favourite, B, Lady Gaga, A Star Is Born, C, Glenn Close, The Wife, or D, Viola Davis for The Widows?
I know who this is, so I'm going to let them answer first.
Lady Gaga.
Glenn Close.
Go on, Claire.
It's Olivia Colman.
Well done, Claire.
Oh.
Ready for question 6?
Yes.
Which of these TV shows won a People's Choice Award? Was it A, Better Call Saul, B, Game of Thrones, C, WWE Raw, or D, Stranger Things?
I think D, Stranger Things.
I was thinking that or WWE.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with WWE.
That's where I'm going.
See, I thought Game of Thrones sounds very logical because a lot of people go for it, but I'm trying to go with
People
something.
hated it though, Scott.
I'm trying to go for something slightly
Including
different as well.
everyone in this room. Did you actually? What did you think about the latest season of Game of Thrones?
I only watched the first one.
Fair play.
I thought
That's what you thought of it.
season 1 was very good. I'm going to Better Call Saul.
I too would have voted for Better Call Saul if I was a part of this, but unfortunately it didn't win. I can't wait for... I forgot to mention this on the last podcast. I'm very much looking forward to the latest season of Better Call Saul next year.
Yes.
This year, sorry. Still trying to make that adjustment. Well and Claire, it was Stranger Things.
Cheers.
Oh,
I remember
well done.
being surprised that it was Stranger Things out of all those.
I'm just glad it wasn't Game of Thrones, although that did win.
Same.
It won the Emmy for Best Television Series, and I was like, why? Question number 7. Starting to think 20 was too much.
Yeah.
Question number 7. Who won Best Festival at the Heavy Music Awards? A, Bloodstock Open Air, B, Wacken Open Air, C, Hellfest, or D, Download? Feel free to play along and post your results in the comment, and I will promise you I won't read them.
I think it was Hellfest.
Hellfest?
No, I'm confident in mine. It's got to be Download. They got the numbers, haven't they?
Download.
I was thinking between Download and Hellfest.
And
I was
they're very
hoping I'm
social
going to go
media
with
orientated.
Hellfest.
I have heard very good things about Wacken though.
Wacken's in Germany. It's meant to be amazing because you're allowed to bring your booze in to the actual arena with you. Hellfest is really good. It's in France. It's a fucking sick festival apparently. And Download was obviously very good. But you're all wrong because Bloodstock won.
Yeah!
Fuck yes!
Fucking nobody had faith in Bloodstock there.
I'm so happy. We're all happy about we're all wrong.
Come on,
Fuck yeah,
Bloodstock.
Bloodstock.
That's
Go
a massive
yeah.
victory,
It was a
that
good one, wasn't it, this
Yeah.
year?
Mm-hmm.
Question 8. How many times have I thrown up because of alcohol abuse this year?
Ooh.
A, 0.
No.
B, once. C, twice. Or D, 3 times.
Buzz.
Buzz?
1.
Quite buzzed, thank you, darling. Going for 1.
1, yeah.
2.
Claire's going for 2.
I'm going for 3.
Wow.
No one's gone for none, we noticed.
Enjoy your first point, Lorna.
Yes! I knew it was only one.
Okay, yeah.
Scott, you were there as well when it happened. That was the day before Comic Con
Out
when
of
I
the
woke
blue.
up on the rug. Oh, I'm glad you got a point. That's sick.
Yes, I've very confident on that one.
Question number 9. Who won the Rocket League Championship Series Season 8? A, Cloud9, B, Renault Vitality, C, NRG, or D, Complexity?
Buzz.
Buzz?
I think it's
That's,
B.
You think it's Renault Vitality? Cool.
No, mate, fucked it.
Cloud9, I think.
Cloud9.
Fucked it again, mate. NRJ.
With confidence.
Scott, Cloud9 didn't even qualify
Yeah!
for LAN.
Fucked it.
Claire, Renault Vitality were in the final, but lost it in a
Ah!
best of 7 overtime series, and they lost to NRG, Lorna!
I knew one of the teams.
Question 10, halfway.
Oh, fucking way. Hey, drink.
In 2019, Chris Jericho became the first ever AEW champion. As of right now, how many days has he been Le Champion? Is it A, 117, B, 138, C, 154, or D, 126?
138.
126.
Yeah. And 117 for me.
117 is one of my... No, wait. 117 is one of my favourite numbers and one of my gamer tags, so I included it in there for me, so I'm sorry, Lorna, you're wrong.
That's
Well done,
Claire.
Scott.
Scott, well
126 days, and may they be twice as long.
done.
May they never end.
I'll drink to that.
No,
Fucking-
I have not had the Chris.
I was
Jericho.
about to ask if you had your Chris Jericho one.
I
Why
couldn't.
not?
I just haven't.
Is it ever going to
I don't
happen?
think it's gonna happen. I don't think it will.
Lorna,
If it ever does, I'll let
can't
you
think
know.
like that.
I know. It's a defeatist attitude. I need to change
That's
it.
not what Chris is about.
He is Le Champion for a reason. It's his chest.
Yeah, but when he moves, you can see like
You've
some
spoke
muscle
about it.
underneath.
The guy's in shape, and I really like his hair. And I might try and focus on popping out a freshly squeezed wank instead.
oh, you got a fucking wanked orange cast. That would even be a challenge.
Nah, that would be.
Nah, do that in your own time. I don't even need to know about
Don't
it.
put that on the table.
I'm offended you haven't, frankly.
I'm going to use that
can
trophy.
we have a half-time shout-out to just the league table? Like, how many points everyone's got?
It's actually tighter than I thought it would be. That was the last time that was fucking said to you. Right, after 10 questions, Scott, you have 3.
Noble.
Claire, you have 3.
Oh, fuck.
Interesting.
And Lorna, you have 2.
Only one away.
I'm
I said with a
actually
slight
rooting
pity.
for you.
Oh, I
Yeah,
want
the
this
dog
shit.
away.
I want this shit so bad.
Come on.
You don't, because there's a secret prize at the end.
Ooh.
Question 11. Who won a Grammy for Best Metal Performance? A. Between the Buried and Me with Condemned to the Gallows. I fucking love that title. B. Trivium, Betrayer. C. High on Fire, Electric Messiah. Oh, that's quite a nice
Yeah,
rhyme,
I
actually.
like that. I like it.
On principle alone.
Or D. Under Oath, On My Teeth.
I think everyone's going for C. No.
Are you going for C?
I'm going
Trivium.
for C, yeah.
Lorna's
I thought it
going
might
for
have been
High on
Trivium.
Fire, Electric Messiah.
It's
Just
gotta be
love
both.
saying it. Scott, you're going for Trivium.
Trivium, please.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was going to go for Trivium too.
And Claire is going for Trivium. It's all level pegging 3 apiece. Well done, Lorna!
Yes, yes, you got me back in there.
Question 12. Which movie won Best Picture at the Oscars? A. The Favourite. B. A Star Is Born. C. Vice. Or D. Green Book.
Is it La La Land?
I'm going to go with C, please.
Scott's going for Vice.
You did not remember it was Vice. You just picked a letter, didn't you?
Shrug.
We'll find out.
We've all been there.
We'll
Gonna go
find
Star
out
Wars
when you tell us the answers and I cheer in victory as knowing it as I did.
This is an absolute battle hosting this, by the way.
Looks it.
Okay, so Scott's gone with Vice. Claire's gone for A Star Is Born. Lorna?
Green Book.
That was going to be my second choice. Although I think it's actually the favourite.
If it's Vice.
If I was in charge of the Oscars, which I'm definitely not, I would have given it to The Favourite. But unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, very fortunately for you, Lorna, she's ahead! 4-3-3.
Oh my god, so not deserved. I'm so taking that. Oh yes.
Thank God for multiple choice, right?
Right.
I really want this shit.
I know. Which of these won an Emmy for Outstanding Animated Program? A. BoJack Horseman. B. The Simpsons. C. Big Mouth. Or D. Bob's Burgers.
D. Bob's Burgers.
I was going to go with Bob's Burgers.
As well.
Yes, please.
Thank you. Lorna?
Big Mouth.
Fucking love Big Mouth.
I'm hoping. I feel as though it's going to be.
It deserves it.
Yeah.
If I was voting on this particular panel for the Emmys, I'd have given it to BoJack. The episode that BoJack pushed for the Emmy was the Free Chiro episode, the eulogy one.
Mm.
And I thought that was outstanding.
What season and what episode?
The episode Free Chiro where he's standing in front of the coffin giving his mum's eulogy.
Is that like
Where the
season
episode?
2?
Very, it's the latest season.
Late season.
No, the previous season, sorry.
Oh, right.
Unfortunately, BoJack didn't win.
Oh, well, good for us.
And Lorna, Big Mouth didn't win either.
Oh, bad for us.
There's so much better animated programs out there.
Stop drawing it out who won.
Simpsons won.
Oh, no.
That's my last guess.
Minus points.
I didn't think it was going to even...
What was the highest grossing film of 2019? A. The Lion King. B. Frozen 2. C. Spider-Man Far From Home. Or D. Avengers Endgame.
Avengers Endgame.
Nah, it's got to be Lion King.
You going for Lion King?
Yeah, defo. And
Frozen 2.
Controversial.
you're going left field. I'm liking it. Okay.
I expected all of you to go for the same film.
Avengers
I'm
Games
amazed that
is
they
what I'm
didn't.
assuming,
Yeah.
but I thought Frozen 2 might have just overrun it.
It's good to go with your gut sometimes. Avengers Endgame.
Oh, well done,
Damn
Claire.
it.
Well
I
done.
knew that one.
Yes, Avengers Endgame. $2,797,800,564. Second was The Lion King with $1,656,813,149.
That's a huge difference.
Frozen 2, Scott, was third. $1,233,569,662. And lastly, Spider-Man Far From Home. $1,131,927,966. Okay, question 15. Who won Worst Picture at the Razzies this year? Was it A. Holmes and Watson, B. Winchester, C. The Happy Time, or D. Robin Hood?
I watched Winchester.
That's
Big
I'm going to
blah,
go
blah,
with
blah.
Winchester.
You're going for Winchester.
The Happy Time. I've never heard of it.
Robin Hood. I ain't heard of
I was
that.
torn between.
All wrong. It was Holmes and Watson.
Question 16.
Question six.
Come on down.
Question 16. Who won overall at the Marble Olympics? Was it A. Hazers, B. Raspberry Racers, C. Balls of Chaos, or D. Green Ducks?
B. Raspberry Racers.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, me too, please.
Green Ducks.
Scott gone for Green Ducks.
Yep.
Balls of Chaos came 9th.
Ooh.
The Hazers came 3rd.
Ooh.
Green Ducks came 2nd. Raspberry Racers came 1st.
I
Yes, they
remember.
did. I remember because Green Ducks was my team and we lost to the Raspberry Racers, motherfucks.
How many fights took place in the UFC in 2019? Was it A. 1,021, B. 704, C. 493, or D. 517?
C.
What was the highest number?
1,021. Scott's going for 493, which is C.
704. I'm going for.
I was gonna go
Lorna's going for 704.
I'll go for A just because,
1,021.
yeah, just to be different. Attention. Oh, big cross written on the clipboard.
Oh no.
517.
Were we all
Big
wrong?
ass cross.
Bloody hell.
Question 18. How many of those were title fights?
Oh, shit.
A. 32, B. 19, C. 26, or D. 44?
A. 32.
I think it's 32.
19.
19 for Scott.
19. I was gonna go as well.
19 for Lorna. The trophy is slipping from you, Claire.
I know.
19 title fights.
yes.
I thought it would be more, bizarrely enough. So glad to get that.
Nah,
out of my
we
life.
knew. We knew.
Question 19.
Shit. I really need to pull something out of the bag here.
Who won WWE's Royal Rumble? A. Roman Reigns, B. Rey Mysterio, C. Seth Rollins, or D. Braun Strowman?
Seth Rollins.
I thought it was Seth Rollins.
Braun stolen.
You going for Strowman?
Yeah.
You want to get those hands, don't you? Alright.
Same.
Strowman.
Yeah. Wait, what? No.
The one before.
The one before Rollins.
You reckon Rollins? Lorna, you're going for Strowman. Claire, you're
Yeah.
going for Rollins. Scott, you're
Yeah.
going for Rollins.
Yeah.
The last two participants in the Royal Rumble was Braun Strowman and Seth
It's
Rollins.
as if we knew.
Seth Rollins eliminated Braun Strowman.
Yes!
Oh, it was a fix.
Question 20.
Finally got a point.
What country won the Eurovision Song Contest? Was it A. Iceland, B. Estonia, C. San Marino, or D. Slovenia?
Iceland.
That was confident.
Bit too confident.
Yeah, I think it's Iceland.
Iceland?
Yeah.
Slovenia.
You're going for Slovenia.
That was my number 2.
Fucking hell.
Vikings prevailed. Iceland.
Oh, nah.
After 20 questions, we do have a clear and concise winner.
Mm.
Do you want a drum roll or some shit?
I don't want anything.
Oh, okay, good.
If you want, I can do the tiebreaker question.
Is it needed?
No.
I'm up for it just for the fun.
Yeah, but what about second place? Is it not even joint second
No,
place?
there's not even a joint second
Oh.
place. There's gold, silver, bronze.
Oh, bloody.
There's only
What about
2
if-
points between
if
first
there's double
and
or
last.
nothing?
Do you want to
Would
do
that
double? Do you
change
want
it?
to do double or nothing?
Would that change it?
It would change everything.
Double or nothing on
We
the
got a vote.
tiebreaker.
We got a vote.
We let
Nice.
the hat decide.
Yes.
Ah, yes,
Alright
let's
then.
let the hat decide.
Yeah.
We need
fair
paper and a
play.
pen.
Yeah. Okay.
Scott, you brought paper and a pen.
Yes, Scott, use your
Yeah.
paper and pen. Paper and pen.
Paper and pen.
Go on then.
So, listeners, we are putting in a double or nothing or remain as is section into a hat. It won't be a hat; it'll be some shit. Well, and then we'll go from there.
Honorary guest, would you like to pick out
Oh, yeah.
from the hat hand?
Honorary guest. Do we go double or nothing, or do we remain as is?
Those are the categories.
Thank you. She has picked the paper.
Independent adjudicator on site. Verify.
We remain.
Oh, go on. Come on. Come on.
For the record, the tiebreaker question, or the double or nothing question, sorry, would have been, how much was this piece of shit trophy?
$8.99.
Scott's going for $8.99.
No, I'm going £4.
Is this including
£4.
P&P?
I was going to go $4.75.
Come on, no, is
$4.75.
Is this including P&P or what? Or shit, sorry.
Mate, it was on Prime.
That's
Oh.
alright.
Yeah, damn right, Prime. I
Well, it might
literally
be
typed in.
$9.99 then. I'm sticking with
I
$8.99.
literally typed in trophy lowest, obviously, and went for whatever was the lowest.
Shit, it
and
might
here
be
we are.
$4.99 then.
That's why I went $4.75.
Scott's,
75p.
I'm
Scott's
sticking
gone.
with my $8.99 then.
Oh God, no.
Scott's gone for $8.99. Claire has gone for $4.75.
Can't believe it.
Lorna has gone for £4. If the hat chose double or nothing, Claire would have won.
Oh,
No way.
bastard!
In third place, with 5 points, Lorna.
Oh.
Second place
Thanks
with
for
6 points, we have Claire.
Well.
Meaning Scott. Closing ceremony. Quick cheers.
Cheers.
I will present to you the trophy imminently.
Oh.
That the winner of the first ever Barely Banter podcast answering questions for a piece of shit goes to Scott. Now,
Well done. Well done.
your celebrations are going to be short-lived
Why?
because the special super duper prize,
Which to return?
which you can blame Lorna for because this
Aw.
idea was hers. I was
What a
literally,
creep.
I was bitching about, I can't even compete for the trophy. So she came up with the idea, whoever wins the award has to come up with the questions for next year's ceremony!
Bitch.
So fucking
Oh,
glad
no.
I haven't won.
Well done, Scott. Good trophy. Shake my hand. Good work.
Lucky I got a pen and paper.
Let the year go by first. So roughly this time next year, Scott will be
Yes.
hosting the second ever answering questions for a piece of shit. Well done, Scott. Congratulations.
I feel like
It's the
a
same
winner.
trophy.
Same trophy. Bring it back. I ain't paying for another one.
Can I at least put googly eyes on it?
Do whatever you want with it for a year. It's yours.
Yeah, you have to just.
Fuck it
you have
if you
to
want.
add something every time you get it.
Jizz on it. I don't give a shit. Do whatever you need to do as long as
Oh
it's
my
back
God,
here
yes.
in mint-ish condition.
Yeah, as long as it's been washed before it's been returned.
Well done, Scott. No, that was awesome.
Yeah, that's
good
cool,
quiz,
man.
guys.
Nicely done,
That's
nicely
awesome.
done.
That's awesome.
Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you did well with this at home. We are very much looking forward to being a part of the Weekly Shave podcast, probably going to be coming out towards the end of January, mid-Feb. Always a pleasure, guys, never a chore. If you need the microphone, the stage is yours.
Thank you guys. Thank you for inviting me on this stuff. I just wanted to give a shout out to Liam. That's all I've got. Cheers.
I
Thank you
really
very
like
much.
his
Yeah,
beard.
cheers.
I enjoy Liam, he's a cool dude. I
Yeah.
love the garage.
Yes, represent maybe one day we'll all bring the podcast down there. Get the
And the
lads
shit.
on. Yes.
Absolutely, I would love to do that.
Yeah, that'd be so
Take it
fun,
on
that'd be
tour.
so-
Why not? So, Lorna, this was your first ever podcast you've been a part of.
Yeah. It's actually on my bucket list for quite a while, I must admit.
How was it?
Very good, very good. Really enjoyed myself. Yeah.
I'm really glad to have you. Come, please, whenever you want, just come on it. We'll do our usual modus operandi next time.
Yes,
It's
and
a
I
little
will
bit different.
listen before. Come on.
But you have
a bit of a sell.
But you have to come back for the quiz next year, and I'm looking
Yes,
forward to seeing
please.
what questions Scott can fucking conjure up.
I feel like the victor
It-
here, to be honest.
Yeah, I didn't. But no, again, thank you ever so much. You're welcome back here anytime. Thank you ever so
No,
much for
cheers,
listening. Cool. Right. AEW.
A-dubs.
A-dubs.
Knock out a freshly squeezed.
All right, Scott, kill it.